What is up, everybody, and welcome to Farming Simulator 22. We are here on Zielonka, a Central European map brought in the premium expansion. It has a very heavy focus on root crops. So we're going to be trying out some of the root crop stuff, because I am not good at it. I never do root crops. The map itself is beautiful, and I actually do like it, and it does give us some opportunities to do different sizes of farms. I think we're going to do a small scale farm. So we're starting off, we're here in the park, standing outside the gazebos. For those of you who don't actually know, these two trees represent all the collectibles in the game. I think there's one over here. There are a lot of collectibles on all of the official maps. Oh no, it's over there. The collectibles can be found all over the map. They're in various random places. On a couple of them, there are things like little toy animals and farm equipment and stuff like that. And on others, there are on the old games, there are like actual like video games. There are golden nuggets, there are bottles, all kinds of weird items that you can collect. The items for this map, if I can remember right, there should be one. Yeah, here we go, right here on the table, are golden apples. Now, this will give us like $5,000 when I collect it. We have no money right now. Yeah, there we go. And if I go back over here, there should be one on one of the trees here now. This is actually how you can keep a good track of how many you've collected. There is... Ah, there we go. Now we got one hanging in the tree. Nice. Anyways, we've got $5,000. We do not own anything. We are on a an empty map. We own nothing. We don't have any equipment, and we don't have any money. Well, I guess now we have $5,000. So one of the ideas I had was we can either build our own farm, or we can buy one of the farms that's already existing. And there's a couple of them that are pre-built into the maps. Like, this is the farm that it usually hands you, and you own like this field and this field. There is also a farm up here. There is a farm down here, which this is the one I'm leaning towards. Or a spot I have found for doing some good like small scale farming and stuff is actually like right here. So these fields aren't very big. They're easy to work with. I think there's one more farm. No. I'm not seeing it. But what we will do is, I want to come pay a visit to this farm. We're going to go ahead and buy ourselves a car. Just to be able to run around. Today, we probably won't be doing a whole lot of actual farming, depending on what we decide to buy. Now, in order to buy things, we're either going to have to take out loans or do some contracts. And I think, depending on what contracts are available, there's one contract, baling. I am not interested in doing that, because that is going to take an absolute age. Especially with having that way to pick them up. Somebody angry walking over here. Let's go ahead and head over to the shop. It's just over here, and we can see what kind of vehicles and stuff we can get ourselves for getting around. I actually gotta admit, I do like the little pickup truck they added with the premium expansion. It is very quirky, but I like it. And I would admit, I probably would actually drive one in real life if I had the opportunity to. So here's our shop. Go ahead and... These are what's in the sale right now. I thought about grabbing this. It's not a very big tractor, but we don't really have a use for it at the moment. So if we go in here, we have... These are our vehicles available in the game. And you can see I have a Kubota pack. This is what I want. So we need 20,000. Go ahead, we'll take a loan. up to our 20,000. Now, I have thought about doing leasing on the vehicles, but it really doesn't pay off. It would be nice to have some color on this thing, but I think we have to keep it white. Can I change the rim color? Jeez, that's expensive. We'll go ahead and just buy that. So now, let's go ahead and check out some of these farms that we're thinking about buying. The two I want to look at are the one all the way at the top of the map and the one down here at the bottom. So I think we're going to go down here and pay a visit to this one, and then we'll come back up and pay a visit to that one. Because either way, it's a long journey. The main farm you start with is actually right here across the street from the shop. Because I started it in hard mode, none of the structures are there. I could have changed that, but I decided not to. So let's head on down over to this farm at the bottom, which is the one I'm leaning more heavily towards. The fields and stuff down there are a little more towards what I'm thinking about. Let's head on down. So already it looks kind of nice. We got a nice big wheat field right here. At least I think that's wheat. Might be barley. No, it's wheat. And it's ready to harvest with 65% bonus. This is the little farm here. I don't think the house actually comes with it. It's got this shed, which I believe houses chickens. It's got a rather large silo. And it's got this barn that I don't think we can actually do anything with. It's just kind of here. No, you can't open it. How unfortunate. I would probably remove that and put in something I can actually work with. I like being able to put my equipment and stuff away. But as you can see, the fields are not super big. This one is probably the biggest one right here nearby. There are a couple of smaller long fields right here out the back and in front and just across the way as well. So it's not a terrible option for a farm. A little compact, which is kind of what I'm looking for. I'm not sure how I feel about the chickens, but I might go with that. Let's head on up to the other one and take a look at that one. I think I missed a turn, but here we are at our other potential farm. And it looks like it has the same structures. It looks like kind of a universal setup across them. These are most of the same structures you'll have at the starter farm if you buy that one, or if you start a game where you already own that. Little grass field next door. Plenty of other small fields. What has this got in it? Sugar beet. A lot of sugar beet. Ugh. That's painful to harvest. I'm actually thinking now that this one wouldn't be too bad because you have access to all these literally right next door. And all these up here that are all kind of small. Plus, there's another small grass field right here that I could always expand the yard into if I can level it out a bit. Maybe this would be a good option up here. Again, this barn would go away because it's non-functional. Or am I just pressing the wrong buttons? No, it's non-functional. Anyways, let's take a look around the little yard here. We got some clotheslines, some planter boxes, some firewood, a sickle. Nice little place. I want to say if I purchase this, that this will become a house where I can actually sleep in and pass the time and pass the nights. So I'm definitely thinking that this might be a good option. Now, here's where things become a challenge. What is the pricing? This comes with Field 7. This one down here is $214,000 and comes with Field 62. And it comes with like this big chunk out of the back that's not really accessible. But if we come up here, we got Farmland 7 is $238,000. Comes with that little grass patch and this next to it. This is only $44,000. Or we can move in across the street with a couple of the smaller fields. Ooh, I'm thinking that's a much better option actually. I'm not a fan of the sugar beet right away. Let's go ahead and turn this off. I think we are going to go ahead and purchase this property. Let's see what kind of grows stage some of this stuff is in. Ooh, we got potatoes too. That'll be a nice bonus. We have a couple of fields right here, some of which are almost ready to harvest. We have some wheat that's ready to harvest. We have... Ew, needs lime, has weeds. Oh, that is not a very good wheat field. I'm sorry, Miss Kozik. You have not taken very good care of it. We got some corn growing over here. Not a very good yield bonus on it, but I can work with that. And what we have down here in 42. That looks like it's some canola that is not quite ready. No, sorghum. And it should be ready very soon. Ooh, and a 75% bonus. I am thinking we're going to spend about $300,000 to get some land. And probably our first tractors. Now, so I have a couple pieces of equipment in mind. And we're going to have to go back up to the shop to get them. And then we can start actually looking at things. Now, if I buy field 4, that's the wheat field that's ready. If I buy this, I can do something with the potatoes. There are so many fields right here. What else do we have around? We have soybeans. We have cotton. Yeah, because that's going to work real well. We got some carrots down here. That is one of the brand new ones for this map. Parsnips down there. And red beet way up here. Those could be interesting as well. Can I buy field 38? I can. It includes the road all the way up there. That's a very interesting path for that. I probably would have just had it cut off right here at the road. Field 2. Okay, so we know for sure we're going to buy field 7 right here. Or plot 7. I'm thinking I want to buy plots 5 and 4 for now. And maybe 6. Let's go ahead and get our 300,000. Okay, we'll include the price of the car into that. We've bought this. And we're going to go ahead and buy field 5. Or plot 5. Plot 4. And how much money do we have? We have 10,000. We want that. We need 18. I think we're going to go ahead and do it. That's not what I wanted to do. That was what I wanted to do. We're going to go ahead and buy this potato field. Just because between that one and this one, we're going to have a huge amount of crop. But we can use them for some of the new stuff. And we can use them for some of the, like pigs and stuff if I decide where I want to put them. Because I do have some animal pens that'll be small. They can fit into this area and easily not take up a lot of space. One thing I do want to do, come in real quick and do, is Get rid of you. Because you are non-useful to me. This one has the chickens. It's kind of functional. So, if I were to put in a shed over here, what would I put in? It would have to be something kind of small, so it would have to be something from the new expansions. I could put in... I have a couple extra like silo mods and stuff added in, just for ease of use. So like a cellar. This is for root crop storage. Doesn't hold a huge amount, but it does. I would probably want to put one of these guys in. It's pretty big. I may need to remove the trees. Or maybe I rotate and I do it this way. I don't know. We'll deal with that later. For now, let's head up to the shop and we can start looking at our equipment. Okay, so for our equipment, the stuff I have in mind, we are going to need a harvester. We're probably going to start leasing a couple of small things, but we are going to purchase our tractor and our harvester. And they are going to be, under small tractors, I have this guy. Get this one for a start. It's a little cheaper for us to start out. So this mod actually has 3 different versions of the tractor. All 3 of them, if I can go to here. Yeah, there we go. All 3 of them are almost identical. The pricings on them scale to the size of the tractor. This one obviously can go all the way up to 400 horsepower. I don't think that would be realistic for that kind of tractor, but you know what? It's still kind of nice. But for now, our harvester that we need is this guy. We're going to get one of these with the... Try to get the big header on it. And we'll have to give it a trailer. It doesn't have a very big corn header, but I don't think we're going to hang on to this one for super long. So let's go ahead and get ourselves about $100,000 and more. And mind you, taking this loan actually isn't that bad. There is much worse that we could be spending our money on rather than... Oh, you know what? We're going to do 150 because I realized we need a trailer for that wheat that we're about to harvest. So, let's get our tractor. We're going to go ahead with this guy. It's called the Rakovica 120. I can put a... Oh, I was pretty sure this one could have... We'll do a 3-point on it. I was pretty sure this one could have a front loader, but I guess it cannot. So maybe we'll lease this one for now. Because I don't really need to keep it for super long. We're going to go ahead and lease that for today. I would like to get to this one. Because this one you can put a front loader on. We have a tractor. We need our harvester. I don't know how... Here, we'll give ourselves a cab. I like the spacious looking one. I don't know if that actually affects what we can do with that. We'll go ahead and put it on. There we go. We have our harvester. And we need one of these. Oh, this has design options as well. Rapeseed module. Sure, we'll keep all that stuff. We'll have the dividers on it. This harvester I actually expect to use quite a bit more. 6 meter. Yeah, we need one of these. Actually harvest our little field. Apparently we're a blue farm. Oh, if I line up right. Yeah, we have our harvester and our header. I forgot that we need a trailer as well. Let's go ahead and look in trailers. What kind of trailer do we think we need? I don't think I have any real modded one. You know what? We have this one. It's not super big. Has an auger on it. Capacity. Let's go with that one. Now this we will keep. It's a nice little tractor. Okay, let's get everything over to our field and then we can start getting things harvested. Okay, we've got our harvester, we've got our trailer and tractor, and our car is back at the house. I want to see, can I do swapping with this? I can. So let's do a straw swap. That's a neat little feature. The whole harvester shakes. That's kind of neat. Let's get to harvesting. I've made it one time around the edges of the field, and we already have our first full tank on the harvester. For this not being a well taken care of field, that's a pretty good yield. I did have an issue over at the back that for whatever reason, the ground is just the right height on a curve that the slope is getting the header stuck. I'm wondering if I might either try to smooth that out with some terrain modification, or maybe do some edge grass on the field and like push it away from that slope a little bit. Not like I'm really hurting for field space on this one. I always like doing just one headland at least, even on these fields that have open boundaries. It does make it a lot easier for turning around when we have to come back through for the bulk of the field. So getting that first headland done and getting a full tank off of that was nice. But now let's start really getting into this field. Let's see how much we get. Harvest. Gotta admit, I was not expecting us to have filled the trailer, but I think we did. With a little bit to spare. I don't think all of this is gonna fit in the trailer. We might fit some of it. A little bit. But yeah, we've got a full trailer. I cannot crash into our trailer. And 140 liters. Okay, well, we'll come put this over here. We'll empty that out in a second. Last thing I want to do for today is I'm going to go ahead and I wasn't sure if I was going to initially, but I think I am. We're going to grab some chickens since we went ahead and bought a wheat field anyways. I am planning on doing... Sorry, I got so used to doing that because I play with manual attach all the time. But I don't have it on this series. What was I saying? I do plan on getting like pigs, maybe horses, depending on how things look. I know the horses aren't super valuable, which is actually a little bit irritating about them. But otherwise, the pigs should be great. They'll give us some fertilizer for the fields. They'll give us plenty of money from their breeding. And the chickens will give some fantastic money from the eggs. We'll see how this goes. I'm going to go ahead and fill up the chicken pen. And then I will put whatever's left into silos. I don't think this pen actually holds all that much, so. Yeah, that's it. It doesn't hold a lot of chickens either, so. That's not super surprising. Go ahead and unload that into here. All that grain. Nice bit of money. Get the last out of our harvester. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and park this somewhere. Probably like right here. And we will bring the harvester over and just unload it as is. We're gonna hang on to the tractor until tomorrow. I thought about it, and I think we might actually be able to just buy that tractor. It's cheaper than the one I am looking at, but I can do without the front loader. So I was thinking I was gonna need it for pallet handling. But I remembered that this expansion added in an item to move pallets with 3-point linkage. So we might look at doing that to move our pallets and stuff later on. For now, we don't really need it. But that would mean I can purchase that tractor. So we'll see how things go here. We do have a couple more fields that'll be ready to harvest here in the coming months. And we've got to get these fields turned around too. Next time, I want to get a couple things done. One is I want to get that field probably cultivated or harrowed. Because it does not need plowing, does it? No. Oh, it needs lime. Yeah, it needs lime. Plowing, it'll need lime. Well, it'll need lime. And then we can go ahead and get a fertilizer. Probably a sprayer. And yeah, because none of these three have any kind of fertilizer on them. So we're going to go ahead and we will get ourselves a sprayer. We'll get some fertilizer and see what we can do to these fields, as well as get the straw collected from that field and maybe get it sold for just a little bit of income. And then we'll go from there. That takes forever to disconnect. Like I said, let's grab some chickens, and that is going to be it for today. So let's get ourselves, how many chickens can this hold? 20. I'm not worried about like selling the chickens, so they're purely here for eggs. 20 chickens. It'd be a very slow trickle of eggs, but you know what? This is supposed to be a small scale kind of farm anyways, so slow production of eggs is fine with me. But that's gonna be it for this time, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Oh, we actually can get into it. Got a light. A light I can't turn on. Whatever. Doing that one? No. That is gonna be it for this time, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. I will see you guys next time. A straw all over the place.